Welcome once again, fans, to CSW Viral. I am Mike Roycroft. I'm not Magic Mike.
You're very magic.
Who are you paying in the truck to do that? I'm just Mike Roycroft. This guy has a nickname. He's Story of the Year, Brian Cage. Welcome back to the show. Great win last week.
Oh yeah, like I said, I am the last man standing. I am done with the fist. I am done with Darius Kane. I'm done. I'm moving on to better things. And better things start right here tonight on Viral.
No doubt about it. Hey, just like my favorite fries at Checkers, this episode is fully loaded. Let me tell you what we got on tap here. We're going to take a look at that farewell match from the working class badass Joe Gibson taking on the master of devastation Cameron Frost.
These two have a storied history in Gulf Coast wrestling. They've gone all over the coast fighting each other. Little tidbit of information here. Joe Gibson has never beaten Cameron Frost. He gets his last try today on Viral. But, I mean, this match was so special, we're only going to give you a taste of it. This isn't one of those things that everybody really needs to see on TV here.
Yeah, definitely a special moment, kind of emotional for everybody in the building, knowing that it was Joe's farewell match, and we are going to give you a taste of that. Not only that, as if that wasn't big enough, we got a CSW heavyweight title match, Brian.
Nathan Beast gets one more shot at the heavyweight title, this time against Mike Metal. Another guy that he's beaten in the past, but Mike Metal is no Lane Smart. Mike Metal has actually beaten Lane Smart on several occasions, so we'll see if Nathan Beast can rise up to the challenge and finally become CSW champion.
Should be something. Hey folks, I want to really set the stage for this next match. This is Joe Gibson versus Cameron Frost. You know, you talk about Gulf Coast wrestling history. I mean, forever, Gulf Coast wrestling was southeastern/continental when we had an NWA territory here. Everybody knows how the business turned around. Vince McMahon took things national. The territories kind of fell by the wayside. During the 90s, wrestling on the Gulf Coast wasn't really a permanent entity. But then suddenly, as the turn of the century came about, you had guys like William Moody, a.k.a. Paul Bearer. He retired back to his hometown of Mobile, Alabama, opened up a wrestling school. That's where Joe Gibson got started. You had WWE Hall of Famer Sika from the Wild Samoans. He was in Pensacola, Florida, started a school. That's where Cameron Frost started. So that was really the bedrock of what we know as the modern era of Gulf Coast wrestling. And as Joe Gibson prepares to embark on his next journey in the sport, up at the Monster Factory, the world-famous Larry Sharp Monster Factory in New Jersey, he wanted one last match here in the Gulf Coast. He wanted to go off with a bang, and who better to face him than Cameron Frost?
Well, like I said, these two have met all over the place. You want to talk about how the 90s we kind of lost our way in the Gulf Coast. The 2000s have been dominated by these two guys. Joe Gibson and Cameron Frost winning heavyweight titles everywhere they went. Cameron Frost more notably here in CSW and other places around the area. Joe Gibson more along the lines of the Mobile, Pensacola side of things. But every time these two guys collide, it has been an instant classic. And I've had the pleasure of being in the back and watching my fair share of these two guys' match. Today's not going to be any different. This is a special moment that you will never see again in Gulf Coast wrestling.
We're certainly proud to bring it to you right here on Culture Shock Wrestling Viral. A lot of heritage, a lot of history involved. Without further ado, let's go to the ring.
All right, fans, as we said, we're going to join this in progress. Cameron Frost knocked out to the floor by Joe Gibson. And what a collision of pride and competitiveness we have here, Brian.
Well, and it's like we said before, this is Gulf Coast history, not just in the making, but I mean, these two have been going at it all over the coast for the last 5-6 years. Everywhere that they've both been, they have met in the ring. And Joe Gibson's never beaten Cameron Frost. I mean, this would really be the feather in his cap before going up to the Monster Factory.
Vicious shots to the wooden post there. Yeah, it's definitely a matter of pride between these two. No doubt about it. Two guys that go way back here in the Gulf Coast. And Joe knowing this could be the last time we see him wrestle here in this area. I know it means a lot to him to get that elusive victory that has escaped his grasp from the one man who could deny it from him, and that's the master of devastation, Cameron Frost. This is, again, is spelled outside of the ring here. As much mutual respect and admiration as there is between the two, you're still going to see they're going to go at it tooth and nail here. Neither one of these guys wants to be on the short end of the stick at the end of this match, Brian.
Well, like you said, both of these guys I mean, they're not enemies. They don't hate each other, but it's that pride factor. For Joe, it's all about getting that win against the one guy that he has never beaten. Anybody else that Joe Gibson's been in the ring with in his career, he's gotten a win one way or another, except for Cameron Frost.
We truly are looking at the best of the best here on Culture Shock Wrestling Viral, folks. Joe Gibson, all the history he's had in the area, all the history Cameron Frost has had, it comes to a head here as Joe Gibson prepares to move on to the next level of his career. Nice sunset flip over the top there. Wow, that's about a 2 3/4 there, pretty close. Oh!
Big Eziguri there from Frost. Both guys showing their agility. Oh, the big bicycle kick. Haven't seen Joe pull that out of the bag in a while. But I mean, Joe has always been renowned for his athleticism, for being such a big guy. Frost, another one of those super athletic guys. Both of these guys really just putting it all out there on the line in Joe's last match.
And I think they're going to pull out every trick they have in the book here against one another. This isn't your average contest. Like we said, so much prestige, so much history on the line here. Cameron Frost, the master of devastation. His reputation speaks for itself. Joe Gibson signaling for that big claw hold. It looked like Frost had it scouted out there. Very good reversal. Brings him down into an arm bar.
And I've said it before, Cameron Frost is a thinking man's wrestler. He's your favorite wrestler's favorite wrestler. He is going to be scouting anybody he's in the ring with. And all the times he's been in there with Joe Gibson. And I think we're running out of time here.
Time limit rapidly expiring on these two. They've been going at it for quite a while. These two big bulls battling back and forth here with full brutality. Neither one of them really getting the advantage for very long. That's how evenly matched they are. Big double knockdown here. Both men go down to the canvas.
And that's it. This match has gone to a time limit draw.
I guess it's almost fitting. I mean, a bit anticlimactic, but...
Well, I mean, the crowd's calling for 5 more minutes. I mean, we usually don't see that kind of thing happen, but hey, Mike, go see what's going on here.
All right, let me see what I can do here.
The referee checking with both of these guys. David Sr., I mean, you know this isn't the way that either one of these guys want this to end. There you hear it. We got 5 more minutes. Frost with a big roll-up, 1-2. The rare 5 more minute chant actually works. Both of these guys putting it out on the line. Mike, did you pull a little magic there?
No magic on my part. CSW management realized the importance of this final battle between these two warriors. Didn't want it to end like that. We want a winner here at the House of Hardcore. I'm sure both Joe and Cameron feel the same way. And once again, they're putting their all into it. Look at those jabs by Cameron Frost.
Those trademark jabs from Cameron Frost, almost as trademark as those big kicks of his. Oh, we got a claw!
Out of nowhere. Very nice move.
But, you know, when Frost rolled over, he was able to get his legs on the rope.
That's just about all that saved him.
I mean, in their exhaustion, Joe kind of lost his ring positioning, and that's costing him. Oh my God.
Picks the big man up. What's he going to do?
Omega Crusher coming up.
You got to be kidding me. Three count. Cameron Frost pulls out the impossible. He is the victor, the master of devastation, getting the win over Joe Gibson. Definitely a bittersweet loss for Joe, all the more knowing this is his final appearance here on the Gulf Coast. He is heading to the world-famous Monster Factory. But Cameron Frost coming out on top here in this final match for Joe Gibson here at the House of Hardcore, Brian.
Well, I mean, you really got to chalk it up to the exhaustion of Joe. He had the claw cinched in, but lost his ring positioning. That gave Frost just the opportunity he needed. Omega Crusher for the 1-2-3.
All the more impressive getting a guy that big up for a move like that. And now you see not only a show of respect from the crowd, but from his opponent. Joe Gibson has certainly earned his respect here, not only at Culture Shock Wrestling, but across the Gulf Coast.
There you have it, fans. Cameron Frost coming out on top. Quite a contest between two warriors of the Gulf Coast, Brian.
These guys left nothing on the table, gave it everything they had. Joe really wanted to get that feather in his cap before he heads up to New Jersey. Came up just on the short end of things. I mean, you got to think if you're Joe, maybe you would have liked to go out with a time limit draw. Instead, he's walking out with a loss.
Well, certainly no shame in losing to a competitor of the quality and caliber of Cameron Frost. But nonetheless, history moves forward. These two guys, their paths have converged for so many years. Now they go their separate ways. We move on here at Viral, and speaking of history, we've been promoting this DVD coming out. We are counting down the top 20 superstars in CSW history, Brian, and we have a very interesting entrant coming in at number 18.
The last couple of weeks, you've seen the bottom rung of the top 20. Now we start to move up a little bit of the notch, all leading up to the 12 Years of Mayhem, August 23rd and 24th. And today, very, very interesting, very, shall we say, show enough sexy entry onto the top 20.
Let's dance right onto it right now.
Shane Gibson is an entertainer. When me and Shane joined up, it just picked up. He gets the crowd into it before I pop out. With him feeding off his electricity, it makes it even easier.
And Shane Gibson is probably one of the best athletes, really in all of CSW. He can go toe-to-toe with the best of them.
Showing up Shane Gibson, man. You can't beat it.
There you have it at number 18, Shogun Shane Gibson, a very worthy competitor here that we've seen week after week on Culture Shock Wrestling Viral. Glad to see him make the list, Brian.
Well, very deserving. Former CSW champion, former United States champion, former tag team champion, you name it, he has won it in singles competition. Now really making a stride with Chuck Diamond in the tag team division. I mean, the road is only going to get better for Shane Gibson in CSW.
And he is just one of the superstars here from CSW that you're going to see at our next live event. That's July Jam, Saturday, July 27th at the Mossy Head Community Center, a.k.a. the House of Hardcore. Going to be a lot of hard-hitting action that night. We hope to see you out there. And one big question is, who is going to be CSW Heavyweight Champion walking in there?
Yeah, tonight on Viral, we have a heavyweight title match, a very rare heavyweight title match here on Viral. Mike Metal, Nathan Beast, these two have gone at it in the past, and Nathan Beast has walked out on top. Can he repeat the performance that he had the last time these guys met one-on-one?
Well, I've got duties ring announcing, so let me head to the ring and introduce these guys right now.
And you hear the crowd erupt for Beast Mode. I'm kind of sitting solo in the booth right now. There you see Magic Mike in the ring. Going to introduce this contest, but Nathan Beast finally getting another shot at CSW Glory. He says it all the time. 9 years he has been in this company. 9 years he has never held CSW championship. He's on a roll. He 3 times beat the former champion Lane Smart. He's been in the ring and beaten Mike Metal in the past. We'll see if he can walk away tonight CSW champion. creative editing. And as well liked as Nathan Beast is in CSW, I mean, you got to think Mike Metal is just as hated. Maybe not as hated as I once was, but certainly currently one of the most hated guys in CSW, probably of all time. I can't really think of a time when anybody in this company is like this guy. He is obnoxious, but he backs up what he says, and that is the most obnoxious thing of all. By hook or by crook, he is still CSW champion after meeting with Joe Gibson. We'll see if tonight he can win this one fair and square. So here we go for all the marbles, the biggest prize, the most prestigious title in Gulf Coast wrestling. Metal wasting no time, though. We've seen the fast starts that Nathan Beast gets in his matches lately, especially the trio that he had with Lane Smart. That's what I'm talking about. Fast start from Nathan Beast, fast and furious. It's something Mike Metal wanted to avoid, obviously. And Mike, welcome back to the studio here. But
thanks, Brian. Do you suppose when Mike Metal is invited to a party and they try to introduce him to people, he just goes, "No, shut up! I am the Messiah. I am the God. I am the headbutt machine."
Well, what did he call himself? They called themselves the Master. If he's the Master, and I guess in this case, Nathan Beast is a doctor.
Foolish of me to think anybody would invite Mike Metal to a party anyway. Nonetheless, Nathan Beast on the defensive. He's got his hands full with the very dominating champ, Mike Metal. Say what you will about his personality, about his tactics. He is he is a force to be reckoned with, is what I'm trying to say. A little out of breath running back in the ring, but he's the man right now. He's the title holder.
Well, he may not be invited to very many parties, but I'm pretty sure he's hosted a few Kool-Aid parties.
Nathan Beast firing back now.
And the benefit of being so thick-skulled like Mike Metal is it really makes those headbutts all the more vicious. And you see, he's lost a few brain cells, well, more than a few, but the benefit of that is he doesn't have that many more to lose. He can keep throwing those headbutts.
Well, I think he's crazy like a fox myself. I'm sure there's a method to every bit of his madness there in the ring. Mike Metal, CSW heavyweight champion, mainstay of this promotion, and now the top dog, the king of the mountain. He's got the holy grail that everybody is shooting for. Nathan Beast has certainly been working his entire career for this title shot, for that glory, for the gold, and Mike Metal is not about to give it up easily.
Well, and I'll be the first one to tell you, when you hold that title, there is so much pressure that comes along with it. Like I said, it's the longest tenured heavyweight title in the Gulf Coast today. There's so much pressure when you're the CSW champion that everybody is gunning for you. Guys are coming from miles around to challenge for it, just to have a shot to be in that contention. And Nathan Beast is the top dog shooting to be the top dog right now. And you're seeing why, that momentum that he can build up.
Well, Mike Metal, the veteran, dodging that. Well, not quite.
Going for another sleeper. It's a smart strategy from Nathan Beast. When you can't match him blow for blow, take the wind away. Use your speed against him.
Not to downplay that tension you were talking about, that pressure of being champion, but Mike Metal strikes me as the kind of guy who thrives under that kind of pressure. He likes proving people wrong. That's part of the obnoxiousness, to coin the term you used, of him. He just wants to put everybody in their place, not just Nathan Beast, the entire crowd here at Culture Shock Wrestling.
Well, and the other thing that Mike Metal has going for him is he's not afraid to push people around, to press the buttons, to go beyond the rules, to do what he needs to do. And when you're a champion, that kind of works to your advantage. Titles can only change hands by pinfall submission. You get counted out as a champion, you're still the champion. You get disqualified as a champion, you're still a champion. Mike Metal has been disqualified, has been counted out so many times in his career that as a champion, it's almost impossible when you have a guy like that to get the title off of him.
You also can't discount the experience advantage that Mike Metal brings into the ring. He's been at this game longer than Nathan Beast. For all his passion, for all his enthusiasm, Nathan Beast just does not have the ring time of Mike Metal. And Mike Metal is going to be looking to be one step ahead every step of the way with Nathan Beast.
Well, 9 years is a long time for anybody to be in professional wrestling. But when you talk about that experience, the first 4 or 5 years of Nathan Beast's career, I mean, it really didn't amount to anything. It's only been in the last couple of years that he's really found his stride. Quick roll up here.
Well, that was a nice counter. Obviously, Nathan Beast using his experience to his advantage. He had that move scouted out. Mike Metal ready to devastate him with that Uranagi, but Nathan Beast able to turn it into a crucifix, almost put off the upset right there, and he is not letting up for 1 second on Mike Metal, nor can he afford to. He is all over this guy. Big Bronco Buster into the corner. And suddenly Nathan Beast has turned this thing around. He has a real shot at taking this belt, I think.
Well, Nathan Beast is a head full of steam right now, and that's what does him good. He gets on these rolls, and it leads to that DDT that's put Lane Smart away. Double leg drop to the midsection, dropping the heels right into the gut. That rotund mass of humanity on Mike Metal.
Mike Metal in the unfamiliar position of being on the defensive right now. Nathan Beast certainly picking his shots right, but again, that experience comes into play. Mike Metal was waiting for the kick there, the mule kick, if you will, and he is back in control.
Well, Beast, it's like you said, experience advantage. He got that House of Fire going, but he let it slip. Oh, look out, go for the DDT!
Look at this! Big DDT! Is he going to kick out of this?
Oh my!
Wow!
That put Lane Smart away 3 times.
What a testament to the strength of Mike Metal, the determination.
Well, I think that just goes back to, like I said, the thick skull of Mike Metal. Oh!
Nice reversal by Mike Metal. Gets him right back where he had him to begin with.
The DVD.
Drops Nathan Beast.
Oh, and
Nathan Beast kicks out.
Not giving an inch.
What a struggle we've got here. Both men obviously have each other scouted out. They came here ready to win. But now it's anybody's ball game. Mike Metal.
Back to the sleeper. Great move from Nathan Beast. He heard it coming. Great senses behind him. I think his spider sense was tingling on that one.
Looked like he thumbed the eye of the referee there.
Mike Metal, anything to win.
Nathan Beast with a sound strategy, trying to take the big man unconscious. Mike Metal turning it around on him. Will the referee be there for the pinfall? His own desperation move may have moved against him there. He could have had a 3 count already, and he still pulls it out. Mike Metal, Culture Shock Wrestling Heavyweight Champion.
Like I said, when you're not afraid to go beyond the rules, it makes it a little easier to be a champion. Take some of that burden off of your shoulders. Mike Metal, by hook or by crook, once again walks out champion.
Tough break for Nathan Beast. And you see Mike Metal not wasting a moment, getting his cockiness and his arrogance right back.
there you have it. Winner and still CSW heavyweight champion, the ever dominant Mike Metal. Nathan Beast putting up a heck of a fight, but he just could not overcome the Metal Man.
Yeah, Mike Metal walking out once again, by hook or by crook. Like I said, when you don't have that fear of bending the rules, of breaking the rules, of getting disqualified, things kind of swing your way and it makes it a little bit easier to walk out champion. That's what Mike Metal did tonight. Thumb to the eye of the referee. You can call it inadvertent. I'm sure the referee will judge it inadvertent, but it kind of looked pretty blatant to me.
Well, we'll see how easy a task it is for him to walk out of the Mossy Head Community Center, still CSW champion, at our next live event. That is July Jam on July 27th, Saturday night. Bring the kids, come on out to the House of Hardcore, have some fun with us. And that, of course, leads up to our big 12th anniversary show, a 2-day extravaganza over the weekend of August 23rd and 24th, Brian.
All roads are converging to the 12 Years of Mayhem, August 23rd, 24th. Big fan interaction night on Friday with a lot of wrestling, a lot of faces that you haven't seen in a long time coming back for this weekend. It's going to be unlike anything you have ever seen in the Gulf Coast.
We've talked a lot about Gulf Coast wrestling history on the episode today, folks. I mean, Brian, who else has been around for 12 years? That's quite a record.
Yeah, and a part of that, the very prestigious titles that CSW's had. The heavyweight title, we talked about its prestige, how it's been the longest tenured title in Gulf Coast wrestling now. And another one, the CSW tag team titles held by the FNA team. Next week on Viral, I think we have some very interesting developments with the tag team division from what I hear.
We're certainly going to be looking forward to that right here next week on CSW Viral. In addition to that, one of the newest superstars here in Culture Shock Wrestling, Lucha Lacura, he will take on the newcomer Ghetto Brown in a rematch.
Yeah, these two had a fantastic showing at Mayhem in May. They're going at it one more time here on Viral next week.
Should be something else. Hey, we want to give our best to our good friend, a guy who's frequently been a fill-in co-host on the show, Joe Gibson. We mentioned he's going up to the world-famous Larry Sharp's Monster Factory. We wish him the best of luck. We will see you next week right here on CSW Viral. For Brian Cage, I'm just Mike Roycroft. None of that Magic Mike stuff. So long.
La próxima semana me encuentro contra Ghetto Brown. Ghetto Brown, la última vez que nosotros luchamos, te metí una clase de patada en la cara y te terminé para el 1, 2 y 3. En la próxima semana me encuentro contigo otra vez. ¿Sabes lo que va a pasar? Otra vez te voy a dar otra patada en la cara. And I'm going to get the 1, 2, 3 next week on Viral. See you there, Ghetto Brown.